everybody. Welcome to Random Conversations. My name is Danielle.
And I'm Noel.
And we're back with another episode of Random Conversations. We got some good topics that we want to get into. Mm-hmm. So, earlier this week, I was looking through Instagram and I stumbled upon a story about AI, artificial intelligence, taking an erotic turn, meaning adults can utilize AI in a not so, what's that word I'm looking for? Regular way. It could turn into, instead of just asking, hey AI, how do you make banana bread? You could use AI for a whole different different aspects of AI.
It has a sexy time function now.
Yeah, it has a sexy time function. And I feel like this was inevitable.
Or will have a sexy time function.
Yeah, I felt like this was inevitable because of what people are utilizing AI for. They're utilizing it for relationships, companionships. And what's the next step after you build that mental connection? Right? So this was just bound to happen. I don't like it because it's like, what about human interaction? It makes no sense to me. But I know you said that this was bound to happen as well. And I don't know.
There's a lot of lonely people out there in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like you said, they're looking for companionship. They're looking for friendship, you know. And you have this program that just listens to you and tells you what you want to hear and is supportive all the time. And you're not necessarily getting that from people in the real world. So
it's like
you scratching an itch that you normally couldn't.
They have
scratch.
a Chat GPT Lite, but I guess this is a Chat GPT after dark, Chat GPT X. What are they going to name this version?
OnlyFans Chat GPT.
Yeah. It came from a story that I saw on Complex, and I don't know if Complex got it from another source, but some guy named Sam Altman said in December, as we roll out age gating more fully and as part of our treat adult users like adults principle, we will allow even more like erotica for verified users or verified adults.
Verified adults. So basically, there's probably going to be some sort of questionnaire where it asks you how old you are.
They're probably going to say scan your ID, but what if it's a fake ID? Like,
right. There's no way to foolproof
how much
it.
parameters are they going to put on this?
I mean, parameters,
whatever.
It's crazy.
It's like 10 o'clock.
Grammar police.
Yeah, you the grammar police.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to be the
Look,
grammar
the viewers
police.
might get.
They already know what.
No, they don't
parameters,
know.
Parameters. It's spelled the same way.
Nah.
It's spelled the same way.
Parameters is not a word.
I'm about to ask GPT. How do you pronounce this word? I'm gonna type it in.
ChatGPT gonna freaking crash.
Parameters.
Parameters.
It's parameters. You just told me it's parameters.
Potato. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. So ChatGPT is in the business of sex now. Sex sells.
And I feel like they're going to get a lot of money off of this.
Of course. They're going to get a lot of
so much
people.
money off of this.
Because remember, in a past episode, it was about 80% of people stated that they could see themselves having like a deep connection with an AI program, right?
Yeah.
So, this is just the next step. They're looking at the numbers. And they're acting accordingly. They're in the business of making money. It's on us as adults to parent our kids and make sure that they're not on ChatGPT for the wrong reasons. And as an adult, you should be able to use your cell phone, your ChatGPT app in any way you see fit, as long as it's not hurting nobody and you're not doing something that's illegal.
They can't physically, I guess it's just like, how they used to have you dial up females, like a hotline, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Chat girls.
Yeah. You call up females. It's like the computer generated version of that. So they don't have to pay. They don't have to pay
paying
actual humans. They're paying a service.
it was run by actual humans.
Yeah, but they're not paying a female to come and talk to them in any way. And I don't even know. I feel like the statistics are going to be high amongst male users than female users.
That's crazy. I think female users will be especially high. You know why? Because y'all turn to like all types of erotic books and whatnot to
but I think
get your rocks
using
off
a generated system to get off it's weird to me. And I feel like
it's weird to you. I don't think it's going to be weird to a lot of females, and I don't think, especially the younger generation. You know, they're going to be. They might be more open to it than you.
I don't know.
Because you're part of the older generation, so
I'm a millennial. I'm not afraid to say it.
And an older millennial at that.
I would love to see when this actually launches. It says December. I would love to see when this launches what statistic, what gender is going to utilize this the most. I'm pretty sure it's going to be males. I'm pretty sure.
She always taking shots. Like
I'm
we don't know.
I'm 1,000% sure that male users are going to utilize that more than female users.
No, I don't think so.
I think so. What do you think is equal?
I think women going to use it way more because you guys are more imaginative. Guys are more visual. We need to see what's going on.
You see a lot more men dealing with AI chatbots and wanting to marry them than women.
We've seen one man
there was
messing with an AI chatbot that wanted to marry.
I'm pretty sure there's more stories.
You pretty
I'm pretty sure there's more stories.
So show me a story.
Show you a story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty.
Listen, because men keep going because I'll find something.
Pretty sure. That to be said, ChatGPT is in the business of making money. Like I said, sex sells, and it's the next logical step if they're trying to make money. And they know that people are reaching out are utilizing these chatbots for emotional connection. Right now, it can't be physical, but I can see that going that way in the future. I think it's going to be a big thing. I think we're going to see a lot of
it says
stories
males are increasingly falling in love and developing relationship with men are falling in love and creating relationships with AI chatbots.
Yeah, but it doesn't say a specific percentage, and it doesn't say a percentage versus the percentage of women. So that's kind of misleading.
Recent studies show men are more likely than women to have had romantic relationships with AI chatbots.
Hey, we all went to school, right? We know that we need more than one source. We need more than one source to verify something. You over here looking at AI overview and want to just regurgitate that.
Yeah, because AI overview shows like the general information.
Oh, and you know what AI?
And most likely it's accurate.
Do you know what AI programs do? They search the internet for everything concerning a specific topic that is asked.
And the most popular answer is what you're going to see first.
Okay, that doesn't mean it's correct. The most popular things on the internet aren't necessarily factual
Well, I
things.
think if they're compiling a bunch of statistics and they see overall it's men, then they're going to show you that.
Well, if that
and it's highlighted.
If that was from the U.S. Census website, I would believe it. But it's from AI Overview, and it's taking its information from all different types of sources. Some reputable, some not.
Forbes says 80% of Gen Zers would marry an AI generated person.
That's not men. That's Gen Z.
No, I'm just saying. I'm changing the subject. Sorry.
You changing the subject because you're losing? Okay.
I'm not losing. I just told you men are more likely to develop a relationship with an AI chatbot more so than women. I just told you.
That's your opinion.
No, I just told you.
You told me.
I Googled it and that's what it said.
Yes, Google always tells the truth. And
that's why people Google.
Yeah. Do you know that depending on where you are in the United States, you could Google the same thing and get totally different answers based on your region? Just so you know.
Well, I guess men in New York are falling in love with a chatbot more so than females in New York. We're screwed. That's the moral of the story here.
Y'all screwed already.
We're screwed.
Y'all screwed already. Look,
You got to compete with other females. Now you putting chat bots in the mix.
The dating pool is so trash that men have to turn to chat bots. That's what you should take away from that. So maybe some of you women
that means there's something wrong with men.
Look within yourself.
No.
Fix yourself.
No.
You know,
that means there's something
then go
wrong
out
with
there
men.
and get you a good man. Until then, some of these dudes are just gonna go home with their cell phone.
And that's their companion.
I don't judge.
Their companion.
I'm not here to judge.
They said, I'm ready to take it to the next level.
Yep.
That's not fulfilling.
They went from texting to FaceTime.
That's not fulfilling to me.
How do you know?
Like having a relationship with a machine.
Yeah. So?
A full-fledged relationship. Hey mom, you want to see my new spouse? I'm gonna take my chatbot to dinner with me so she could meet the family. That's so. I think there's something empty there.
I think that you're stretching it a little bit. They're probably in their own free time by themselves having a conversation.
People are developing relationships. If they fall deeply in love with an AI chatbot, how is the family gonna feel about that?
Well, you just gotta accept. If you love your kids, you just gotta accept them for who and what they are.
Oh my God, my kid is crazy. That's what they're gonna think. That's what they're gonna think.
It might become.
I always say technology is gonna be the end of a lot of things when it comes to the human race. It's gonna end a lot of things for us. It's gonna end how we look at other people. It's gonna end how we make ends meet. It's gonna warp our minds, and it's doing it right now in real time.
You speak as if the human race started like 10 years ago, and everything you see in front of us has always
I'm not
existed.
speaking like that, but look at where we're going.
Because
look at where we're going.
You're terrified of change. You're terrified of the future. You're terrified of technology, but you use it every day.
But look at what it's doing. Now they're taking an erotic turn. Do we really need this? Do we really need it?
Do we really need the laptop? Do we really need our cell phone?
Need to have a sexual relationship with a chatbot or AI? Do we really need that?
There's a lot of things.
Do we really need that?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we use that we don't need. Okay.
This is another one.
Before the AI chatbot, it was a blow up doll. They got dudes with blow up dolls. They do their thing.
This is different.
You can't judge.
This is different. This is different. You cannot compare.
How is it different?
Nobody's fucking dealing with a blow-up doll. Nobody really
there's somebody out there probody looking at this video.
A blow-up doll is harmless. This
AI chatbot is harmless too.
No, it's not. When you're gonna have erotic relationships with this thing.
Okay, that's their business.
No, that's just. I feel like it's something totally different.
No, what I think it is. I think it could help people who are lonely and would otherwise harm themselves or harm others. This is an opportunity for them to get some sort of companionship. Do I agree with it? No. Would I do it? No. But everybody's different. So, use it how you use it, but use it legally. And, it's not my place. It's not my place to judge.
It's just so weird.
Well,
I'm judging. That shit is weird.
We're living in a new age.
That shit is crazy.
So we're living in a new age, and
you're the one that was saying a couple of weeks ago how the human race, nobody's having sex anymore,
right?
And they're definitely not going to have sex when it comes to when this comes out.
Oh, so you think
the human population is going to decrease because people are going to be fucking robots?
It's already decreasing, so
it's going to be even worse. Do you think this was made to help bring down the global population?
I always thought.
I think there's
I always look at
now that I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking there's a deeper meaning to it.
I don't know
because
about that.
People are always trying to find ways to decrease the global population because it's so high.
Yeah, but
they said that COVID was made because people were trying to decrease the global population. It wiped out a lot of people.
Yeah.
They said it was like a scientifically made disease that was created, and it was meant to wipe out a lot of people because the world is overpopulated.
As a conspiracy theory and not at all my thoughts. Just so you know.
I'm just saying what people are saying. Well,
No, but
So do you think this was another tactic to decrease the world's population?
I mean,
because if people are going to be dealing with this, they're not going to procreate.
I laugh at that because my thing is we discussed on here not too long ago about surrogacy, robots being used for surrogacy.
I don't think we talked about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, we did with the artificial womb.
We might have, but go ahead.
Right, and it would be as cheap as $13,000 as opposed to using a human surrogate,
which is like
that
40.
would like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and sometimes you have legal issues that go along with that. So you see that they're using advanced technology to potentially make pregnancy easier, allow women to continue to achieve and to work and not have to worry about taking off time because they're pregnant, right? So technology kind of work both ways. If you look at it in its totality, it's just people trying to make things convenient. Yes, anything created can be used for good or for bad, right? That doesn't mean that you stop making things. And for you to say that you feel that the human race is going to cease to exist, in this fatalistic approach to it, I don't think that that's the way we should look at it.
Over jobs, they're taking over.
New jobs will arise. I keep telling you that. Every technological advancement has come with its,
but how long is it going to take?
With its setbacks.
And when you create those new jobs, they're going to find AI. They're going to use AI to eradicate those jobs for people as well. It's going to be a recurring cycle because people don't want to pay.
Change is constant.
People don't want to pay.
You can't phase out.
With certain health insurances.
You cannot phase out. You can't phase out people in the workforce. How are you going to do that? You can't have 8 billion people on the planet twiddling their thumbs day in and day out. You'll have chaos.
That's what they want.
No. That's not how the world works.
If they could get more money in their pocket, who cares?
The world can't function. How are you going to get more money in your pocket when nobody has money? People have to work to generate money, to spend money.
They're still going to make money because...
How are they going to make money?
With the AI chatbots, they don't have to pay certain people, but those people have to pay for certain services.
How they gonna pay for the services if AI is taking over all the jobs? How they gonna pay for ChatGPT?
We don't know, but they're gonna find a way.
They're not gonna.
They're going to find a way. A lot of AI is taking a lot of jobs, but I don't see jobs that are created for people where the AI chatbots took over their jobs. I don't see it.
I can only look at human history and know that every single advancement has come with jobs phasing out, but
there's certain cycles that stop, though.
But also have brought about new jobs.
Look, the blow up doll is not going to have any place for an American household because you got erotic AI.
No, because you could use erotic AI to talk to you, and the
ain't nobody gonna be dealing with the blow up doll. They're like, oh my god, I'm cheating on you.
They probably gonna have
the blow up doll.
They probably gonna have a selfie stick attached to the blow up doll.
They're gonna oh my god, the blow up doll can't be here. I'm cheating on the blow up doll with AI.
Never heard of threesome? The AI.
If they have if they have a close bond, they're gonna feel away with the blow up doll being right there.
ChatGPT might be feeling like I'm being a little distant. Might be like, yo, let me spice it up a little bit. Look who I brought.
Listen, the blow up dolls are gonna be out of commission because of erotic AI, and nobody's gonna have a blow up doll anymore.
She has a
and that's the example that I was talking about. Shit is gonna get left behind, and there's nothing.
Some stuff deserves to be left behind.
And there's nothing that the blow up doll is gonna do apart from being a blow up doll.
Certain things deserve to be left behind, and it's okay that they're left behind.
That's what I'm saying.
Fine.
Cycles stop.
No, but there's other things that replace.
I don't think there's certain things that's gonna replace it.
Okay.
They already replaced actual humans making coffee at coffee shops in certain countries because they have robots doing it.
Okay, and what are those people doing?
We don't know what they're doing.
I'm pretty sure they got other jobs.
We don't know what they're doing.
I'm pretty sure they got other jobs.
You got the Roombas cleaning your floor.
Zoombas?
That's why I said the Roombas.
Yeah, so what?
The
Roombas is cleaning my floor.
So you don't need a cleaner anymore. You don't need
how many people to clean the floor. How many people watching here can afford to have a maid come to their house and clean it on the regular? Most people clean their own house.
I'm not talking about in the house. I'm talking about a certain facility.
I ain't seen no Roombas in our job.
They're coming.
I mean,
they're coming.
I would be happy to see some Roombas, but they know that there's not gonna be a.
Stop being naive.
I'm not being naive. It's
Yeah,
history.
you are.
If you look at history,
And certain things
there's
stop.
a pattern. There's a pattern. Of
There's
course,
certain things that
and then
stop.
new things arise. Certain things change. Certain things stay the same.
No.
And then there are also new innovations,
No.
new ways of people making their way and becoming financially stable.
No.
People don't. You're not just going to see a whole swath of Americans just not working.
If people could reduce the amount of money that they spend paying other people and just use their AI and whatever robots they're going to use, they're going to do it. And that's going to take jobs away from people. I say it all the time, but you would, there's other jobs that are going to be created. What other jobs are they going to create?
They have to make the AI. They have to make the AI. They have to make the robots.
What type of jobs are they going to create?
These AI robots, look,
they're not going to create another job.
But this is what you have to understand.
Because that's going to take money out their pocket.
This is what you have to understand. These AI programs, they're there to service us. But if we can't afford the service, it doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't benefit the AI companies who are creating the program, and it doesn't benefit the consumers who can't afford the program.
Listen, all I know is there's jobs that are solely ran by AI.
Jobs will not be phased out. I mean, certain jobs will be phased out, but people will still have jobs. There will always be jobs because the economy needs us to work. Society needs people to work. And on a baser level, without some sort of purpose in your life, your life will just fall to shit.
That's right.
Right.
And people are not gonna. They're not gonna. And if there is other jobs that are created, they're not gonna be paid well.
How do you know that?
They're not gonna be paid well.
How do you know that?
Because people are trying to save money for themselves. You think the rich care?
The rich care. You know why?
They don't care.
The rich
they don't
care
as much you think they.
No,
they don't.
The rich care, but not so much about how much we make, but about the economy staying strong and inflating their pockets.
Look at New York City, for example. Look at New York City, for example.
The more you constrict our salaries, the more you shrink them, that's less money for them in their pockets because people are going to start making decisions about what they're spending their money on. They're not going to spend their money as frivolous
that we have here.
as they did before.
The rich are backing people. The rich are backing somebody that is for them.
Okay.
The other opponent,
but look at
the other opponent.
Zoran Mamdani.
He's for rent stabilization and rent freezing and making everything affordable. You think they backing him?
He about to win. So what are you saying?
But the rich are not backing him.
It don't matter. He about to win.
I understand that he's about to win, but my point is, you think the rich care about rent stabilization and making things affordable? No, they're looking for their own self and putting money in their own pockets.
Yeah, but Mamdani about
they don't give a fuck about the economy because if they did, they would back this guy.
No, but there's some rich people backing him.
Some, but majority of the billionaires, they're not backing him.
That's fine. Look,
they're not backing him.
He about to
and
win.
that I understand he's about to win because it's our vote that matters. But I'm just saying, look at who's sponsoring him versus who's sponsoring the other person. The rich don't care. What some do, but majority of them don't.
But you're not gonna get everyone on the same page.
I understand that, but I'm talking about the majority. I'm not talking about the minority. The majority of them don't care. They're looking out for themselves.
Look, people not working en masse is not good for anyone. Period. It's not good for the rich. It's not good for the poor. The economy tanks.
And the divide is wider. It's getting wider.
You have to understand. If you're providing,
there's going to be more poor folks than there is going to be rich folks.
Regardless of what,
there's not going to be a middle class anymore. Because it's either you're on that side or you're on this side.
Regardless of what you think, right? If a service is being provided, someone has to pay for it. If we're unable to pay for it, that service. Now that service starts losing money for the company. Our taxpayers' monies
they're going to bullshit. That's where they're going to.
Well, I don't know where it's going to. Not in New York because they always complain about how we ain't got no money. But
it is going to shit that doesn't even benefit us.
They taxing the hell out of us.
It doesn't benefit us.
No, it doesn't benefit the middle class. But that's a story for another day.
Anywho. So, I was thinking about therapy, right? Mm-hmm. And if there's an influx of therapy, meaning like there's so many people going to therapy, they don't know how to deal with their own problems themselves. Are people overutilizing therapy? Is it an easy cop-out when people are going through things mentally, why aren't people trying to handle certain challenges on their own? And it came from this this little snippet that I saw where these people were saying how therapy, I think you have to pick and choose when you need to go. Like if you're really, really, really mentally messed up and there's a lot going on for you, then you could go to therapy. But if you're like, things in life aren't just going my way, I think I need to talk to a therapist. Maybe I should go. Sometimes people just need to sit and try to build that mental fortitude to make sure that, I could do this myself. I don't need to speak to somebody because I'm going through a little rough patch in my life. I could thug it out and do it on my own. And it got me to thinking when they were saying that, I'm like, yeah, because therapy is kind of pushed down people's throats a lot lately. Like, oh, if you're feeling a certain way, go talk to a therapist instead of you just sitting down and try to deal with things yourself. Because that will make you a stronger person. And when you figure it out, that makes you feel 10 times better about yourself. So I get what they're coming from, but I also do think it's like I'm in the middle with this. I also do think that it is important for people to go to therapy because there's a lot of mental people out there. And the more and more you unravel and the more and more you just crash out every minute, it's not going to be good for you because then you're going to probably be in the psych ward. So
where do you land on it? Do you think that
I'm in the middle?
In the middle.
I think I want to know your take on it.
I don't think it's overused. I think for a long time therapy was underused. It was not seen as a viable option.
And maybe you could change my mind.
Well, I haven't been able to change my mind yet. Episode what, like what, 20 something, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the past the procedure when dealing with issues was to just swallow it, especially for men. There was no outlets for us. We just kind of soldiered on. That was the manly thing to do. Women are more vocal, but they normally unloaded on their friends. Some went to therapy. Some men went to therapy, but small percentages. Some women went to therapy. Small percentages as well. But now today there's much more of an emphasis. And I think it's because of social media and how the effect that social media is having on young people's psyche and the numbers that they're seeing when it comes to self-harm in social media. So sometimes as a kid, you're not comfortable talking to your parents about certain things. So, your parents are like, okay, if you don't want to talk to me, you can talk to someone else, someone that is impartial, someone that you don't feel is going to judge you, So I think therapy now, and I still think therapy is underused. I think there's a lot of talk about going to therapy, it's in the mainstream now, but still, I don't think it's as accessible as it should be to where people would utilize it more. So where I fall on it, I think that it's not used enough. And I think it should be. I think in this new society where people are more in touch with their feelings, people are more sensitive, and with the constant bombardment from social media about how people are living versus how you're living, and the comparisons. What they say, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Right. So you got people just looking at social media and just making themselves more and more and more miserable. Right. And they feel like they're doing something wrong and they don't know how to get out of this rut that they put themselves in. I think it's okay to speak to somebody, a professional, to let them know that, they're not alone in the way that they feel and that it's okay to feel how they feel.
To be devil's advocate, we don't want to have a society full of weak-minded people that don't know how to handle their emotions or their feelings. So that's why I say I'm 50-50, because I get where you're coming from, but people
so that's how you feel. You feel that using therapy, potentially
people need to learn how to deal with shit on their own.
Right, but this is my thing. Therapy is about giving people the tools to be able to deal with things on their own. Now, if you're just a chronic therapy user. Like you just for any and every little issue that
You
comes up
use
in
it,
your
people
life,
to
you're
be
using
like
therapy.
your diary.
Yeah, then that's another thing. But if you go to therapy and then after like 3-4 months, you're like, all right, I feel better now, and I also have gained the tools to deal with certain issues. Then you go out into the world and you start dealing with those issues in a healthier way. I don't see a problem with that. That's what therapy is supposed to be for. Therapy is supposed to help you deal with your issues, but also give you the tools to deal with other issues and similar issues when they arise in the future, right? I think it makes stronger people.
Yeah, I get
if used properly.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like there's a sense of accomplishment when you do go through things on your own. Like you got out of that funk based off just being just honing in and just saying like, all right, let me just deal with it by myself. Let me push through this dark time. And I don't need help from anybody. I could do this by myself because I don't know. It just makes you feel stronger instead of like a weaker person. I get what you're saying with all the tools.
Sometimes things are just too heavy. There's a lot of times in my own personal life where, I try to, tough it out. And sometimes you just feel like, because the way life works, it don't just sit there and let you deal with one problem. It compounds problems until a 5 pound weight on your back feel like a 300-pound weight on your back, So, and I think it's a healthy thing to unload it onto someone else, because especially for men, our knee-jerk reaction, the way we deal with stressful things is to just bottle it up, compartmentalize it, put it in the back of your brain and keep moving.
There's certain people that go to therapy for the littlest things. Like, I'm not trying to judge, because what could be little to me might be big for them.
So yeah.
And then they want to get prescribed medication that they don't necessarily need, instead of just dealing with the issues.
Well, in my view,
that they're going through not by themselves, but try to figure it out. Like, use your brain and figure it out.
No, but the way I see therapy as an alternative to medication. Right.
But sometimes therapists prescribe medication.
But I don't think that, well, for some therapists, I can't speak for all of them, but for some therapists, they would rather do the therapy sessions as opposed to just pump medication, right? And I think a lot of people will go to therapy to avoid having to use medications, because those medications have weird side effects. Some do. I can't speak for everybody. You can't paint with a broad brush with anything. But I think the majority of people want to go to therapy to be heard, not to be medicated, right? And I think all the medication does is mask your symptoms. It suppresses it, but it's still there. And when that medication wears off, you still feel as shitty as you did. But as you did before you took the medication, right?
I just feel like there's two sides to it. Like, yes, if you feel like you really, really need therapy, go ahead and get the therapist and do what you need to do. But also, if you feel like you could get through this on your own, why not?
Yeah.
Instead of paying a therapist, don't waste their time. Don't waste your time. If deep down, you're going to get through it, you could just push through it yourself. You don't need additional help. Just utilize what's up here and make sure you come out on the good side. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying about that. But it was nice having this conversation. Mm-hmm. I hope you guys enjoyed our little back and forth with all our topics today. So my name is Danielle.
And I'm Noel.
And that was Random Conversations. You can
follow us on all the major socials: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Kindly, please comment under the videos if you have any thoughts concerning the episodes, if you have any topics you want us to cover, anything like that. And I hope you tune in next week. We do.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Oh, really?